Good afternoon and welcome to day 13 of Veda. I'm here as I've wrapped up a Saturday course at a local university in our city where I was facilitating a performance management program. And we had a great day where we talked about the importance of having a system in place, right down to what kind of assessment tools are available and how to keep on track, what kind of checklist do you need to make sure that it's an effective process for both you, the employer, and the employee. So we've wrapped that up and everyone has left the classroom, and so I thought what a great opportunity to chat with you, because today's challenge was to, of course, do our vlog from a different location. So here I am, and you can see behind me that we're kind of somewhat on the rooftop of this organization as well, and it's a bleak and dreary and snowy day, even though it is indeed April 13th here in my city. So I am jealous when I get to see all these beautiful gardening plot videos and some of the other fantastic video videos, and there's no snow to be seen, and it's warm, and people are in shorts, so not quite my reality here. But because I was at an educational institution today, or where I am now, I thought it would make sense to share with you just a little bit about my educational background. I took a Bachelor of Commerce majoring in marketing and international business, and I had a fantastic time doing my degree. I had an opportunity to go on a study abroad exchange for my last year, and all the credits counted back to my Canadian university, which was fantastic. Along the way in my commerce degree, there was two areas that I really loved. It was the discipline of human resources and market research. And so prior to starting Jump Out of Bed, I had many careers, I would say, in both of the areas. In human resources, I worked primarily in two areas. That was performance management and recruitment. And so I had the opportunity to advise some managers and supervisors in our organization on how to have effective performance management conversations, approve the appraisal forms that came through, and then, of course, on the flip side, helping on the recruitment and helping interview and soliciting applications and resumes for the openings and the positions and managing that, which was great learning. And from there, I decided I was missing my academic roots, and I had majored in marketing, as I mentioned. And out of marketing, what I really appreciated was the discipline of market research. In university, the big project that I did in market research is I lived in a Japanese residence, and my partners and I decided to do a satisfaction study comparing the Japanese exchange student satisfaction versus all the other tenants in the residence. And so we had created what our professor had said was the best the best report and assignment that he'd ever seen in his teaching career, which of course was really cool, and I think no doubt a coincidence that I really thought that this was something that I could pursue as a profession. So there was an opportunity for me to have a job in the market research discipline where we would write satisfaction surveys for various departments within our organization, as well as conduct focus groups on behalf of our clients. And although I enjoyed that ran its course as well, and I was thinking, I had a whole amount of encouragement from people in my life who had encouraged me to start my own business, and I didn't in the early days really know what that would be about. And when I thought about what I really liked in my past jobs and what would make most sense to me, I really couldn't decide between a human resources or a marketing job. And so Jump Out of Bed is really the beautiful merger of both of my favorite things out of those disciplines. And one of the ways that I apply that is a key offering that we offer through Jump Out of Bed is an engagement audit. So a chance for us to go through and chat with all the staff as to what's happening in the organization, the good, the bad, the ugly, the kind of things that usually hang out at the water cooler and fester and don't usually get dealt with. And it was my insight from both the human resource world and market research that made me decide that there was an opportunity to pursue this. One of the things that always struck me when we were in HR, we would run a satisfaction survey annually to see measure staff satisfaction on a whole bunch of things: their compensation, the relationship with their manager, feedback, etc. And when I was on the market research side, the task, although we didn't do it for our own organization, was to write those surveys to figure out what kind of questions to ask in what order and what kind of rating scales, when to make it a scale, when to leave it fill in the blank. And often I found that people don't fill in the blanks very often, and they'll answer the scale 1 to 5 questions, but when it really comes down to, could you explain it further, could you share some examples, those were left blank. And so I think there's a tremendous opportunity when we're talking about what's the culture like in your organization, what's the relationship like with your supervisor, that you get a chance to actually talk about it and really literally fill in the blanks. And so that is one of the key things that I offer through Jump Out of Bed, is that beautiful merger of bringing HR topics in and getting the information through all the techniques that I learned from my years in market research. So there's a little bit of background as to how I got to where I'm at, and it was spurred on by the fact that I'm here visiting actually an institution that I attended for a while. So hope you're having a great Saturday. I hope wherever you're watching this, your weather is a little bit better than it is here for me, and I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Take care and have a fabulous Saturday.